Welcome to the 4th Annual Fashion Media Awards, or as I like to think of them, our very own pagan festival to celebrate the fashion gods. For are we not all here to bow down and supplicate before the deities of Tom, Marc, Tommy, or Glenda? And have we not all made our own sacrifices for Fashion Week? I can see many of you have sacrificed eating, sleeping, hiring a stylist. And I am so happy that many of you have come dressed in a style that befits attendees at a pagan festival of celebration and sacrifice. We have one or two monk-like outfits over there, and of course more than our fair share of slutty slaves. And of course, to my right, we have the ultimate sacrifice to the fashion gods. No, I do not mean the lovely Corey Bond. I don't mean him. Corey will not be sacrificed this evening. Although, who hasn't imagined Corey naked, bound, and placed upon a sacrificial lazy boy altar? I know I have. No, I'm referring to what Corey is holding in his masculine hands. The actual Fashion Media Award. That is our gift to the fashion gods and goddesses who will grace this stage tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Corey Bond is my trophy bitch for the evening. But he is not just here to look pretty and to further furnish my spank bank. Oh no. Just as in real life, Corey is here tonight to not just look beautiful, but to be brawny. Corey will act as a word giver and bouncer. If you try to pull a Kanye, Corey will wrestle you to the ground with his bare hands and sinewy biceps, keeping you on the floor by controlling every finely honed muscle of his washboard abs and with the sheer weight of the pectoral mass of his chest, which is, incidentally, covered in a light, well-groomed man fuzz. So just don't try it, okay? If that's going to happen to anyone tonight, it's going to happen to me. Isn't that right, Corey?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Anyway, thank you all so much for taking time out of the craziest week of your year to celebrate with us. The Fashion Media Awards are so special because they were created by fashion, for fashion, and they honor the important work being done to push the fashion industry ever further forward. I know, you thought there was no further for fashion to go, but you are wrong. And we all know how you humble introverts are always so loath to celebrate yourselves, so bless you for breaking the mold just this once. So, from the founders of the FMAs, the team at the Daily Front Row, welcome. Okay, on your mark. It's a bit of a miracle to have Marc Jacobs here, considering that his show is a mere few days away. So let's give him an extra special welcome. Hi, Marc. You must be totally freaking out right now, are you? Yeah, thought so. Don't mention that. So Marc is here to present the Breakout Model of the Year Award, which was thoughtlessly named before anybody realized what a terrifying word breakout is to any model. Isn't that right, Corey? Breakout, breakout, breakout. And Marc is going to be giving the award to the spectacularly smart and beautiful Kaia Gerber. So please welcome the charming and eternally pert Marc Jacobs.
Hello, everyone. Just a little story. When we were looking to cast the Marc Jacobs beauty campaign, my dear friend and collaborator Katie Grant suggested Kaia Gerber. She sent me a picture that Kendall Jenner had taken, appears in her September issue of Love. Congratulations, Katie. And I immediately agreed. While we were in the studio shooting with David Sims and Guido and Diane, Kaia was absolutely fantastic in every way. Her beauty, her charm, her incredible personality, and her professional work ethic proved that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And it is great pleasure for me to introduce this year's breakout model, Kaia Gerber. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Marc. This is amazing. It's honestly only hitting me now that this is happening, so bear with me. It blows my mind how last week I was sitting in biology learning how to safely use a Bunsen burner, and tonight I'm here with all you amazing people who I've looked up to for so long. I've grown up in a generation defining themselves on social media, and it's played a huge part in who I am today. And while letting people see into my life can be a little bit scary, I know you all probably know that too, if I can inspire just one girl, it makes it all worth it. I'm not sure if everyone here knows who my mom is or not. Her name is Cindy. Hi, Mom. A lot of people ask me what my mom has taught me about modeling. The truth is, the things she teaches me go deeper than what pose to make or what my good side is. She teaches me to be kind, punctual. If you guys know her, then you know she's very punctual. And to stand up for myself. And when I think about it, aren't these things every mother should teach their daughter? I was raised in a very tight-knit family, all of whom are here tonight to support me, so thank you guys so much for coming. I love you. And a special thanks to my brother Presley for always having my back and looking out for me. I want to thank IMG, my incredible agency who believed in me even before I believed in myself. Carine Roitfeld, for welcoming me into this wonderful world of fashion in the most gentle of ways. Katie Grand, thank you for including me in your creative vision. Every time I work with you, I feel so honored. Anita Bitten, thank you for supporting me on all my editorials and campaigns. You've helped so much. Thank you so much, Marc, for giving me this beautiful dress to wear tonight and for taking time out of your schedule during the craziest week of the year to be here tonight. I'm so excited that you chose me to represent Marc Jacobs Beauty. And of course, thank you to the Daily Front Row for recognizing my potential. This award more than makes up for some of the regular teenage things I've had to miss out on. Tonight is amazing, and I couldn't ask for a better way to start out my 15th year. Thank you so much.
That was absolutely charming. Brava. Next up is a fine artist and photographer who is definitely the guy to talk to if you're ever going to get your genitalia out in public or have your posterior snapped for posteriority. Just saying, Corey, just saying, you know. Here to present the Male Model of the Year Award to the model and bona fide artist himself, Miles McMillan, is Mr. Jack Pierson.
It was a stretch that I'm here tonight, but a testament to the good kiddedness of Miles McMillan that he asked me to do this. I met him when I was teaching a painting class at NYU, and I think he was a young painter there, and was sitting in the front row of the class, and I think it was my first teaching gig, and the woman who hired me, Maureen Galace, was sitting next to me, and I like, this kid, and I was like, finally I leaned in, and she was like, yeah, I know. I forgot to tell you. And I was like, okay. And then 2 or 3 years later, some magazine asked me to do a nice editorial for them, and they said they wanted to shoot it on this hot new male model, Miles McMillan, and I was like, I know that kid. And so we did that, and it was a beautiful story with like glam rocky English clothes. And then last season, I think what Alan's referring to is Purple magazine asked me to do a nude story, and who would be the perfect person to do that with, where it could be intimate and friendly and look really real, like Purple likes it to look. And so I asked Miles, and he instantly agreed. And it was one of the nicest photo shoots I ever had. You know, of course it's easier with no fashion to deal with, but it was super easy, and he can tell a story. And for I don't think I have to explain to anybody in this room that, like, you know, when a model has magic, it's magical. And I think Miles has magic.
Right. Thank you, Jack. That means so much to me that you came and presented me this award. So this year has been a really transformative year for me, which in many ways was launched by our purple shoot, which you just told everyone about. I want to thank you, Jack, for inspiring me and for presenting me in such a beautiful light, literally and figuratively. Thank you also to the many people who are here tonight who have given me opportunities along the way. Katie Grand, Carine Roitfeld, Tommy Hilfiger, and most recently Tom Ford. It was a pleasure to do your show last night. It feels great to be acknowledged for my work and to be honored. And I'm super honored to accept this award. I truly love my job, and I'm so fortunate to work with so many people who I love just as much. Sebastian, Faena, who you will see soon. I've known you for years, and our friendship has truly flourished through the many projects we've worked on this year. And I'm beyond thrilled to share this night with you. You were my brother, and you and your deep and constant belief of me are more than I could ever ask for in a friend. Brendusa, there you are. You are the ultimate cheerleader, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. This means a lot. I also want to thank everyone on my team. I think they're back there at IMG. I love everyone there so much, and especially Kevin and Ivan and Maria, and now Anne. You guys always encourage me to evolve and to embrace my authentic self unapologetically with every turn. This recognition as Best Male Model of the Year is especially significant as I step more squarely into my adulthood. It represents the idea that masculinity doesn't have to be exclusively aggressive or overly macho. That in this day and age, as we move closer to unity as a human tribe, we can continue to define manhood with integrity and thoughtfulness, and a celebration of what makes us unique. As perfect as tonight is, the love of my life isn't here to celebrate it with me, but I know he's here supporting me somewhere. And I know that together we can accomplish everything that we want to set out to do. I love you, Zach. I can't wait to see where this year will take me, and I move into it with extreme gratitude and excitement. Thank you for this award, and have a good night.
I'm sorry Miles' agent got such bad seats. Sorry about that. But the supermodel lineup never ends, my friends. That's why we're all here for these awards, isn't it? Here to present the award for the Best September issue to Love's Katie Grand is a woman who not only has a lot of experience having torches carried for her, but was just at the Rio Olympics carrying a torch for her country. Yes, thank you, I know. That's what you call a serious fashion wordplay. Thank you very much. Please welcome, because it's not over, the Amazon from the Amazon, Adriana Lima.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you. So, Americans have Super Bowl. Brazilians have the World Cup. And fashion editors have the September issue, an opportunity for the most influential editors to reset the annual fashion agenda and express their creative and clairvoyant selves on fashion. Grandest stage, our honoree tonight is known as an innovator, risk-taker, star maker, and is unafraid to go against the fashion grain to set trends, not follow them. Her September issue has become beacon for the new talent, always introducing us to new designers, photographers, models, and stylists. The issue is one of the most revered and anticipated arrivals every fall. Her vision and creativity allows her to remix, rebrand, and reimagine, sorry, my English, fashion and pop culture, and connects them on a level that makes her the Dr. Dre, Pharrell Williams, and Kanye of fashion, but just a little bit more badass. Please join me in welcoming this year's winner of the Fashion Best September issue, my good friend, Miss Katie Grant.
She's too good at this. Oh, thank you, Adriana. You're the best, and I've worked with you for too many years now, and it's been great, all of it, and thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you, Brandusa and Eddie at the Daily Front Row. You do an amazing, amazing job, so much so I'm kind of jealous of what you do, which is, in my mind, 10 out of 10. You guys are so inspiring and just super. Congratulations. This is an amazing, prestigious award. There's so many great, inspiring September issues out there, and to win is super flattering. But congratulations to all the editors of their September issues. I know how hard you work and how hard it is. And to thank my team and Condé Nast, Jonathan Newhouse, Nicholas Coleridge, the masters behind what we do and let us run riot over in Clerkenwell. My talented and crazy publisher, Catherine Russell, who I think's so crazy she might not be here yet. She's probably in the bar downstairs. Panos, who I think has just done two of my favourite shoots for this issue, one with Bruce Weber and Dree Hemingway, and they're just super. I'm so lucky to have you. Anita Bitton, who answers emails at whatever time in the morning or night and never moans when I shout a bit. Harriet Verney, who I think is in the bar with Catherine, unless she's here, who works on our digital. Julia Nobis, who was supposed to be here somewhere in pajamas and just did such a great job on this issue with Willie and Olivier. Kaia, who I couldn't hope for a better girl in my issue, and I'm just so happy that you were photographed by Kendall, and it was the easiest commission in my life. Thank you to Marc Jacobs, who's gone back to work, who's responsible for financing our September and a half issue. And thanks to everyone, thanks to my friends for being here tonight.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, very big surprise. One of the biggest talents of our time is presenting the Photographer of the Year award to Sebastian Faena. Here's a hint. Here's a clue. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you go on. Oh, hell yeah.
Dear Sebastian, congratulations on receiving the Fashion Media Photographer of the Year award. Wow. I keep wonderful memories of that fun, crazy photo shoot we did at my residence in Florida a few years ago, remember? It was so cool. I wish you all the very best for the continuation of your remarkable career. Keep up the great work. Have a good evening, everyone, and keep on snapping. All right.
So, alors, given that Celine Dion is in Las Vegas, we have the next best thing to deliver the award in the flesh. Let the French accents go on. Mesdames et messieurs, l'éditrice extraordinaire, Carine Roitfeld.
I'm sorry for my accent. I'm supposed maybe to be the only French tonight, so you have to be very supportive with me. And I put my glasses for you, Sebastian, what I hate to do. So I'm very pleased to talk about you tonight. I met Sebastian many years ago in Rome. He was working with Mario Testino, just another boy in the entourage. But something was different about Sebastian. He intrigued me. I saw him walking to a group of stray dogs in the distance, and I decided to walk after him. I found him surrounded by a group of 4 or 5 dogs, everywhere of them on the floor, a bit like Mowgli from the Jungle Book on the street of Rome. I think that they were talking to each other. I asked him, "What is the matter, Sebastian? You think you are better than everybody else?" I didn't understand when he left the shoot, and he answered, "No, I prefer to be with the dog." "You prefer to be with the dogs than with me?" I said. "Yes," he answered. And I walked away. So 1 minute we were in Rome, and he tells me that he prefers dogs to me, and somehow, the following summer, we were spending it together with my family in Ibiza. A few years later, somehow, I asked him to shoot the entire issue 0 of my then new magazine, CR Fashion Book. Somehow, I launched this magazine with an image of his, of a woman walking naked in a cemetery covered by the purple veil, one of my favorites, Sebastian. Somehow, we did the first Bazaar icon together, with around 30 countries publishing our covers at the same time. Then somehow, he showed my entire CM Men book, issue 1. Somehow, we also shot some of my favorite stories together, such as Nadia, inspired by a mutual idol gymnast, Nadia Comaneci, or E.T., which is also one of both our favorite films. Which made me think of all these somehows were not a coincidence at all. I chose to work with Sebastian because he's never scared of being different from the norm, not even scared what I am, never liking only because they tell him to or because he feels it's safe. In fact, he reacts against the trends. If people walk in one direction, he walks the opposite, just like me, against the waves. And we have did magical work together. You see, we like to think of our friendship as that of Elizabeth Taylor on Montgomery Clift, the impossible love that made all their collaboration somehow special. So I would like to present this award to Sebastian with something Liz once said about Monty. I loved him deeply. He was my brother, my dearest friend. Sebastian Faena, I'm very honored to present you the IFMA tonight of the Best Photographer.
Wow, I mean, you almost made me cry. That was a poem, not like a presentation. Oh, my speech. This stays here, maybe? Well, thank you, baby. I was so I was very starstruck that day in Rome. I just didn't know what to say. Otherwise, I would have said something different, I'm sure. Thank you very much, FMAs. I feel grateful and appreciative for the acknowledge that this implies. Thank you, Celine Dion. Actually, the shoot we did together helped me understand my purpose as a photographer, which is to change people's perception of the subject that I'm photographing to provoke the audience and make them question what they already take for granted. I was blessed through my life with people who had faith in me and pushed me forwards. I feel like all of them are here right now. I feel like it's my birthday party. My high school friends. We had our own little factory, spent years making short films and songs and photographs, each trying to develop a voice, basically by competing with each other, in order to prove that from Buenos Aires, Argentina, someone had something to say. Sofia was one of them. Today, the mother of my godson, Tazio. To see you tonight next to Miles, whomever I hold the camera these days becomes my alter ego, and he's my brother. Makes me so happy. I mean, I love you both to pieces. And I would not even, like Patsy Stone said, walk at all if it wasn't because of both of you. Alan, my cousin, but first my friends, who since I'm a child inspired me to feel proud to be different, who defies me constantly to reach further and don't go idle. You prepared yourself for more than just taking pictures, he often tells me. Elena, my producer, there you are, baby. I met her when she was 15, gave her her first job when she finished college, and she has made me so proud since then. Today, she's the one who actually tells me what to do, and I also don't know how I would be able to do my job without you, Christina, darling. I made a short film with Gigi, who's now there. Hi, how are you? Like a year ago, where it was about an actress who had to get it was about her playing an actress who had to give an acceptance speech for an award and felt funny about it. And I really do feel right now that life does imitate art. So, you know, it's great to hold an award. It's amazing. It's a nice feeling, but it does not compare. It does not compare to the feeling you had when you were a child in front of the mirror holding a brush, rehearsing a fake acceptance speech. At all. That feeling, I mean, you know. So I do want to talk right now to that child holding that brush and to all the others holding a brush, rehearsing an acceptance speech. Don't follow what anybody else thinks is right. Follow your guts. Cool is whatever makes you different from what is already conceived as cool. Go with yourself. Believe in yourself. In my life, many people have undermined my talents because they were scared of my ways, let's say. But none of that ever intimidated me or stopped me. Because you see, I never doubted my talents or the love for my crafts. I took for myself the luxury, not the liberty, the luxury of taking chances and making mistakes fearlessly. I think it's the only way to find your dream and your voice. I do not understand those who do not take risks and do what they think is safe or what the industry expects them to do. That isn't my way. And I am just as grateful tonight to all of those people who showed me resistance, because it made me question myself, the nature of my work, and made me fight to be better. They pushed me to reach greater heights. My goal has been and will remain for the work to be so accomplished, so good, that I don't even need to say another words. I know it's difficult, but it's what I try to do. Thank you, my angel Brandusa, and everyone at the FMAs. Carine, baby, I love you so much. Celine, you know, it's very surreal to do this, but you know, here, Ivan, where you are, I mean, you know, there. And everybody else in this room that I love deeply, and I'm not mentioning right now. I do not take this for granted. Have a good night. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sebastian. That was lovely. Fearlessness, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have more of that. Also, I did not think I would hear tonight the sentence, "Thank you, Celine Dion." Bravo. And now, to present the Fashion Magazine of the Year honor to my dear, dear friend, Harper's Bazaar, Glenda Bailey, is the hardest name to pronounce all evening for me. So just give me a second. Emily Ratajkowski.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here tonight and to see so many familiar faces. So this past year has been the most successful one in Harper Bazaar's 149-year history. Even with an increase in cover price, Bazaar has outperformed the industry-wide downturn with newsstand sales that have remained flat. As we all know, flat is the new up. The magazine's overall audience across print, digital, and video has grown more than 38%, making Bazaar the #1 fastest growing magazine brand in the fashion category. And thanks to Bazaar's publisher, Carol Smith, the business is stronger than it has ever been. Then there's the magazine itself. Anyone who knows Bazaar's editor, Glenda Bailey, knows how much she loves a big idea. In 2016, Glenda set Drew Barrymore's hair on fire, photographed Melania Trump in her living room with an elephant, dressed up Kris Jenner like a circus ringleader and strung her up on a giant Target board, orchestrated a street-style spoof with Cindy Sherman, had William Wegman shoot a diamond necklace around the neck of a schnauzer, got Misty Copeland to reenact some of Edgar Degas' most famous paintings and sculptures, and that was just in March. And yeah, even I got to act this year as Glenda championed a Lady Godiva story with yours truly. But when it comes to Bazaar, we've learned to expect the unexpected. It's my pleasure to present the Daily Fashion Media Award for Magazine of the Year to Harper's Bazaar.
Thank you, Emily. Yes, we did indeed shoot you naked. As you know, at Bazaar, we do everything full gallop. So I'm going to race through this speech because I know you all want to go and get a drink at the bar. So here we go. Thank you so much to the Daily for making this monthly feel so special. Thank you to Hurst David Kerry and Michael Clinton for supporting creativity as much as commerce. And to our publisher, Carol Smith, who literally shows us the money. A huge thank you to my incredible team, for which no idea is impossible. And trust me, I try. Finally, I wish I could say that next year I'll be celebrating my 15th birthday. But sadly, that isn't the case. I'm thrilled, though, to be able to say that Bazaar is celebrating its 150th anniversary next year. So thank you for making us feel so fabulous at 149. I'll wait to give you a big kiss as well. When we get to see each other at awards.
I know,
May I
right?
borrow your hand?
Do you want a hand?
There you go. We have been known to Alan's has been known to carry me out of the restaurant. Because I insisted on wearing peacock shoes.
That's right.
Other were mules and
Peacock and snow, don't go. It should be a double act. Whenever I get nervous in a situation like this, I like to imagine all of you in your underwear. Or actually without your underwear. Which actually means I am nervous 24 hours a day. So I wish I had the job of the next honoree, because she gets to create the whole scenarios of people semi-naked and in their underwear and gets paid for it. Here to present Calvin Klein's, what? Oh, I see, they've done this phonetically for me now, and it makes it harder because I had this nailed. Thank you very much, everybody. Melisa Goldie, with the award for Advertising Campaign of the Year, is the editor, creative director, provocateur, and bitch stole my look, Jefferson Hack.
Oh, it's great to be here. It's a real privilege and honor to be here and see so many friends and colleagues from the industry. And I'm thrilled, I'm really thrilled to give this award to Melisa Goldie and to Calvin Klein. You know, there's a lot of campaigns that come out every season, and very, very few get the whole of fashion talking and blow up and light up the internet as much as the last two campaigns by Calvin Klein. I mean, those images are incredible, you know, Lady Gaga hugging Frank Ocean, the original Obsession, Kate Moss, back again, amazing. Young Thug in a dress, yeah. Grace Coddington with her hair laughing her head off, amazing. Who would have thought Grace Coddington would be in a Calvin Klein ad? I mean, fucking unbelievable. And the team that put that together, they're real risk takers, they're really brave. Fearless, is that the word of the night? Fearlessness, yeah. And rebels, you know, real rebels. And I'm excited and thrilled to give the FMA Fashion Media Award for Campaign of the Year to True Visionary, the CMO of Calvin Klein. I want you to all not raise, but clap and applaud and raise a glass to Melisa Goldie, CMO of Calvin Klein.
Thank you so much, Jefferson, so much. You're an inspiration and have been such a great partner this year on this incredible journey. Just have to take a moment and look at this crowd. Wow, it's crazy. Thank you, Brandusa and the FMAs, for this incredible, incredible honor. Really, this goes to the team. Where are you guys? Can you raise your hands, please? My team. Lena. Where are you? Lena, Betsy, Michael, Rod, the rest of the team. The team at 39th Street, they're incredible, you know. this huge legacy of this incredible brand that Mr. Klein created of breaking boundaries and advertising every day was the inspiration behind what we did. And we really set forth to break boundaries once again and take some risks and tell personal stories about our cast members. I think we had a robust cast of like 32 people. And it was really just this incredible journey. And thank you guys for everything you do every single day for the brand. I am completely humbled and honored to be up here accepting this award on behalf of the brand. And thank you so much. Congratulations tonight to all the honorees here. It's such a special event. Thank you for having us, and it's a great honor.
So, our next presenter is no stranger to the Daily and the FMAs. She's a former cover star of the magazine, a host of this event. Just back off, lady. Winner of the Model of the Year honor, and one of the most compelling stars of our time. Here to present the Fashion Visionary Award to Tommy Hilfiger, who I am proudly wearing tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As a former Tommy Hilfiger runway model myself, hashtag fun fact, hashtag 20 years ago, please welcome the stunning and lovely Gigi Hadid.
He's wearing Tommy, so that works out nicely. Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be here tonight to present Tommy with this award. He is such an amazing person, such an amazing designer, of course. His brand is globally renowned for pioneering classic American cool style while breaking conversations, convention, and celebrating individuality. Tomorrow night, he continues that tradition as we debut our very first collaborative collection together and invite fans and friends to experience it with us on one of the most innovative and fun sets. Recently, I've been asked a lot why I chose Tommy, and besides the obvious reason of the fact that Tommy Hilfiger is one of the most iconic brands of all time, what I always come back to so strongly is the way I feel when I'm around the people that work for Tommy Hilfiger and Tommy himself. I think that, sorry, I still get nervous, and I'm shaking. But Tommy has a warmth about him that I think is very, very rare, and you can see that he leads by example because everyone that works for him and with him has the same light, and I think that that's just what it's all about. I think that he makes people feel warm and welcome, and he makes his models feel beautiful, and he is excited about what's new and what young people want, and he's interested, and he wants to know how to make things cooler and more fun for everyone. And that's why I feel so lucky to work with you. So thank you. So now I'm gonna get back to this kind of stuff, because as I said before, you all wanna go drink. I'm so excited to present the 2016 Fashion Visionary Award to the iconic American designer, my friend, my mentor, Tommy Hilfiger.
Thank you, Gigi. Thank you, Brandusa, and the FMAs. Thank you very much. I'm honored. But more than that, Gigi's words were so touching, and we do have a great relationship to the extent that I asked her to design this season's collection with me. So we've collaborated. Gigi came into the design studio one day 9 months ago. She was expected to spend 2 hours. She spent 8 hours and went way into the evening, choosing the buttons, the thread, the colors, the shapes, taught us how to make very high-waisted jeans. and she's been a delight to work with. She's amazing. We have an exciting Buy Now, Wear Now show tomorrow night that I think is going to be disruptive and breakthrough. Not as glamorous as Tom's show. We're a bit more street and casual, but it's just the same exciting. I'm really honored to receive this award tonight. It really is touching. And it reminds me that I'm getting older. I've been in the business for almost 40 years, 30 years with Tommy Hilfiger, and I always had a dream to build a global brand. When I was 18 years old, I started my first business with $150 and 20 pairs of jeans. And it was my dream at that time to build a global lifestyle brand. So now it's happening, and I pinch myself every day because I love life, and I feel so grateful and honored to be in this room with all of you accomplished people in this business. And I'd like to thank my incredible wife, Dee, for her great support, my daughters, Ali and Fufu, and my future son-in-law, Steve, who are here. I have an amazing family and an amazing support team. My team at Tommy Hilfiger is second to none. They are amazing. They are relentless, and I have to accept this award on behalf of my team. Thank you very much. And it is true, Alan was a runway model for Tommy Hilfiger when his hair was black.
You know what? I think it's really nice tonight. Like, we think of fashion as this young person's, like, we're all trying to sell to young people, and we all want to look skinny and youthful and everything, and we all do, obviously. But what I think's been lovely about this evening is like seeing this fusion of young people and older people who, people who are a little older with more wisdom, and younger people who are coming up and are open to the world. And there's this lovely kind of fusion, and I think we should all celebrate that. Let's give it a round of applause. And now it's time for some serious Insta love. While most of us are all posting pictures on Instagram of our dogs, or our dinners, or photos that look like dogs' dinners, the biggest beauty brand in the world has chosen Instagram's own Eva Chen to receive the Maybelline New York Make It Happen Award. And here to present it is Maybelline New York's president, David Greenberg.
Hey, David. Bravo. Nice to meet you.
You too.
I'm going to miss you on Monday nights. You've left a major hole in my week, unless there's going to be a spin-off. I'm thrilled to be here. It's great every year to be here, and I remember about 5 years ago when Brandusa and I started to talk about a night like tonight. I never imagined it would turn into this, and here we are 4 years later, and there's actually a real statue, too, which is really incredible. I'm also a bit, I did have a fashion emergency earlier tonight when I was getting ready. I saved up for a while and I bought a Tom Ford shirt, but they have 2 buttons, and that little one in the back is so hard to get to, and as I was struggling at my office around the corner, it went flying across the room. So maybe Tom can see my shirt isn't exactly buttoned correctly. Am I okay? That's not going to happen. We've been at this makeup thing for 100 years, 101. And so many of you and our team, so many of you who are here tonight, Gigi, of course, and who just spoke so brilliantly, and the rest of our fierce team, we've been doing this for 100 years. And the reason why we can keep doing it and keep helping people use makeup to transform themselves and to express themselves and their individuality and to stay modern is because we're lucky enough and fortunate enough to associate ourselves with fashion. And that came about because we identified that New York City and fashion was really our home. It was our natural home. And our company was founded by people who had a vision for that, and to be current and to be fashionable, and to be about helping people and helping people identify their potential and their belief in the power of possibilities. And listening to so many of the speakers tonight, the courage and the fearlessness that exists in this industry is awe-inspiring and admirable. I was at a beauty industry event last night, which is a little bit different. People are much shorter. But it's the same sentiment, it's a family and it's people who are all out to do something important. And when we go through the process of identifying people that we think are part of our brand and we're a part of them, it's a very special and a very meaningful process, because people identify today with full individuals and their lives and the way they live their lives and what they represent. And I'm so happy tonight with all of our fierce team here that Jourdan Dunn is the person who's going to make the award tonight. And Jourdan, of course, you know her as well as I do, and I don't know too many people who embody some of our values that we believe in so deeply: self-expression, individuality, fearlessness, being emotive, sharing who you are, not being embarrassed, never being apologetic, which is something that we live and breathe every day. And we've been able to intertwine our brand's voice with her voice and connect with people and do crazy things like, sell a lot of blue and black lipstick and mascara that makes your eyelashes flare, and powder that diminishes the shine, which I probably need right now. The other thing about Jourdan is that she's much more than a model. She's a proud mother. She's a business person. She cooks on television. She gives of herself to important causes, like the Sickle Cell Disease Association. She balances a lot in her life, and she does it with remarkable finesse and pride and happiness. And I think what she exudes every day is why millions and millions of young girls around this country who we can reach through our platform, and she helps us, are in awe of Jourdan and aspire to be like her in so many ways. And I'd like her to come up and present the Maybelline Make It Happen Award.
Thank you, David. It's an honor to be here in front of all of you guys to present this award to an amazing woman that wait, I just went blank. Make it happen. Wait, sorry, I already went blank. The Make It Happen Award to Ava Chen. She has conquered everything from Teen Vogue to Lucky and now Instagram. And it was only right that I am here in front of you all to present this award to her, because last year she this year. I'm a mess, what's wrong with me? This year you presented the award, so I'm here to return the favor. My fellow Slayer, Ava Chen, everybody.
Are we doing a story? We're doing an Insta story, sorry. Okay, one. Okay, it happened, sorry. I just made it happen. Oh my gosh, I'm so on brand. A lot of people think I'm addicted to my phone. I actually do almost all of my work on it, including my speech, which is very efficient, because thank you so much for the 2 introductions. I'm so flattered and honored. Thank you, David. Thank you, Jourdan. Thank you, Maybelline. Thank you, Brandusa, and everyone at the Daily Front Row for this incredible honor. Making it happen. Jourdan, who, by the way, is the ultimate fashion multi-hyphenate, Insta-star, model, beauty icon, designer, cooking guru, and most importantly, mom. You know all too well that once you become a mother, you don't really have a choice about making it happen, you just have to make it happen. But the reality is that making it happen requires a huge team, so I'd like to thank everyone who makes it happen for me. So the hundreds of millions of creative community members on Instagram creating content who make my job easy, my coworkers, some of whom are in the room tonight, who make me feel lazy because they're so incredibly efficient, my parents who are babysitting as we speak, my husband who's been my support system for 15 incredible years, and my nanny who is a very important part of my support system. And I need to thank Uber and Fresh Direct and Seamless. The list goes on, everything that automates my life. So thank you guys all so, so much. My daughter's favorite letter is D, so this is gonna go in her room. Thank you guys.
Again, fearlessness is the theme of this evening. I don't like to get controversial. I do actually, but that's what the script says. But I don't. I feel I should get controversial with because science. You know, this is not really an event to get controversial with science at. And I know there's a whole lot of controversy over this topic I'm about to bring up. But did you know that researchers now believe there's an area in the United States between New York and Los Angeles called the Midwest?
Sounds scary.
I know. And our next presenter, hashtag supermodel Karlie Kloss, and our TV Personality of the Year award winner, hashtag CNN's Derek Blasberg, both claim to be from it. Let's find out if this whole thing is true. Please welcome our science correspondent, Karlie Kloss.
Yes, this magical place you're speaking of, the Midwest, does exist.
No!
I live to tell the tale. Hello. It is an honor to be here tonight to present this award to my dear friend and big brother, Derek Blasberg. I first met Derek at the tender age of 15 at the very start of my career, just like Kaia. And unlike Kaia, I came from a sweet, sleepy suburb of St. Louis. I was completely amazed and overwhelmed by the New York fashion world, many of whom are in this room. And upon meeting Derek, I immediately understood how he could light up a room with his dashing good looks and bring the house down with his humor and wit. He has a remarkable ability to make friends faster than a New York minute. Some of you may know that Missouri is called the Show Me State, and that's for a reason. We don't just say we'll do something, we show you. Derek's award tonight is a great example of that. When he moved from Missouri to New York to become a fashion journalist, he showed his passion and dedication from the very start. His first job after college, NYU, represent, was at Vogue. And from there, he went on to Harper's Bazaar, the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, and many, many more. He is currently Vanity Fair's Our Man on the Street and the host of CNN Style with Derek Blasberg, which is why we're honoring him tonight. It is Derek's magnetic personality that makes him such an amazing journalist. His work is creative and poetic. He can travel anywhere in the world and find stories and people to connect with. From Hong Kong to Brazil, Derek gives his audience a 360-degree view of destinations around the world where the styles and cultures are as vibrant as he is. But even for someone who works and travels so much, Derek is always present and there for his friends and family who are in the room tonight. Hi, Carol and Bill. I'm so proud of you, Derek. Congratulations on this wonderful award.
So much for a little sister who's a foot taller than me. Thank you, Karlie. Cindy Crawford's not the only mother of a winner tonight. My mom is here. Carol Blasberg, the Cindy Crawford of St. Louis. Ironically, speaking of my parents, my family refused to get cable when I was growing up, so there is the irony of being honored for a CNN show that I didn't watch as a kid. I had to sneak it from my friend's house. I'd also like to say Celine Dion did not thank me. I wrote that story that Sebastian Faena photographed, so thanks for nothing, Celine. when I moved to New York, my parents, I think, were nervous that the fashion industry would be full of people with ulterior motives, with bad hearts, and she was right. I'm kidding, not really. But I also managed to find an amazing group of people, not only Karlie, but a lot of the people who are being honored here tonight. Stephen Gann I've worked with for years. Before Vanity Fair, I worked with Glenda, Harper's Bazaar, Katie, Tom, everyone I got, Carine, everyone I go down the whole line. Kaia, you're next. I'm good. So I just wanted to thank everyone in this room, both from the Daily and from all the other publications. It's really great to be part of a family that really supports each other. So thank you.
Is there anyone who looks sharper and lives smarter than Tom Ford? If so, put your hand up now and I will shut you down. In order to present the Men's Magazine of the Year honor to GQ's editor-in-chief Jim Nelson, fashion's quintessential gentleman moved heaven and earth. And I mean that actually, quite literally. He is that powerful. Please welcome the god that is Tom Ford.
Carine, you told me I was your Montgomery Cliff. And Sebastian, I think all of us in this room probably practiced with that brush. I think the entire audience. But I'm here to talk about GQ. GQ's tagline is look sharp, live smart. Editor Jim Nelson is, above all, dedicated to improving and enriching his readers' lives, whether that means keeping them up to date on the very best clothes or informing them about the most relevant and important issues of our time. To execute both missions at the highest possible level, I would think is fucking hard. But to do so with the humor and panache that you do it with is even harder. GQ is a visual feast for a thinking person. And I use the word person because there are lots of women in this room who are readers of GQ. And its constant pursuit of innovation in terms of making a magazine as well as telling essential stories is worthy of celebration. It is my honor to present the Men's Magazine of the Year Award to GQ and to its stylish editor-in-chief, Jim Nelson.
Thank you so much. It means so much coming from Tom, somebody I admire so much for the boldness of their ambition and their vision. There's this line from Mark Twain that says, if you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything, which I love. So I'm just going to tell you the truth. When I started this job, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I had admired GQ for years. I had worked there, but even from before, I remember the first GQ I can remember was Richard Gere, in Armani smoking a cigarette, and then later on, Cary Grant, 85, seeing that in a supermarket in my hometown in Greenbelt, Maryland, and realizing that I was sexually attracted to an octogenarian. But I really didn't know how to figure it out. I'd been working there, and I admired so much of what was going on, but I realized that fashion was at the heart of it, and that I needed to make it work for me, that I needed to make it feel. It was almost like this fuzzy old TV that was getting certain things right, but I kind of wanted to bang on the side of it until beautiful pictures came out. And in order to figure that out, I just went to the experts, which was all the people around me. And I realized that you should never be afraid to surround yourself with people who are smarter and more gifted and more talented than you. So I just went around and basically learned how to do it by talking to some of the people that are here, like our design director, Fred Woodward, Madeline Weeks, and above all, Jim Moore. who taught me so much and helped. We basically became partners in figuring this thing out. And every day I come into work and I am inspired by these guys who have, speaking of vision, true vision, and the desire to make something new and bold every day. So I accept this really in their honor, and I thank you so much.
Oh, that's so lovely. So in addition to fearlessness tonight, tonight is a celebration of men called Jim in fashion. That's it. That's all we've got for you. You've been an absolute delight this evening. Thank you for allowing me to host this evening's proceedings, and thank you for doing what you do. Fashion is very dear to me. I really mean that, truly. And it's an incredibly misunderstood industry, full of wonderful people, some of whom just happen to turn into monsters during this incredibly stressful thing called Fashion Week, or also when the coffee's wrong, or the temperature's not exactly to their liking, or when their shoes hurt. So thank you for coming together tonight and not being bitchy. And thank you to my future ex-boyfriend, Corey Barnes. Good night, everybody.